What's going on, everyone? Chris from PickDogs.com here with your morning show. It is Saturday, March 15th, 2025, the day before Selection Sunday. I got Jack with me. I got Jovan with me. We're going to break down today's action. We've got college hoops, conference tournament semifinals, and some teams are in the conference championships. We've got NHL. We got NBA. We're going to talk about the entire card. Jack, how's it going?
Yo, good over here. Had a solid day in the NBA yesterday. Again, still continuing to ride this wave that I had in February. Went 3-0 in the NBA. Looking to do the same here. Got a few soccer plays up as well today. So looking to make some good money. Just grabbing the value with two hands and trying to take the books for everything they've got.
Absolutely. Gotta strike while the iron's hot. Jovan, how's it going?
Everything's going all right. Several championship games today, right?
Yeah.
Mountain West,
All
ACC,
but five.
Conference USA.
There's only 5 that aren't conference championships today.
The MAAC, the MAC.
Yeah.
And what else? What else? What's the other one? Name 4.
Tomorrow. Hold on. I can tell you the shorter list is what's tomorrow. Tomorrow's A10, American. It doesn't even say. Okay, I'll tell you the ones that are today. America East, MEAC, the MAC.
Oh yeah, the American East, yeah, because that's the early one.
Yep. Yeah, the MAC, the MAC, Conference USA, and the SWAC are all today.
Oh, and the SWAC, so that's 6.
6.
Yeah. So a lot of teams that's gonna punch their ticket today. Yesterday things were going along smoothly until the 9:30 games. Then things went the other way. But yeah, before that, things were going smooth.
Yeah, trust me, I hear that. It started off well early, and then there were a couple, I started to wobble a little bit. The speed wobble started to happen. Happened with Illinois. Who else did it happen with? It happened with Texas. Texas might have been my worst beat yesterday.
Oh yeah.
They were outside the cover zone for pretty much the entire second half. And then they get back within the number. They're fighting. They're back within, 9 points. I think I had 10.5. And
we all had 10.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, and then the meaningless foul with 8 seconds to go.
Right. That's what you're gonna get with college basketball.
What's worse, the meaningless foul or meaningless 3?
Man,
pick your poison.
Really, so with the meaningless foul, that's what caught. That's so, and this is just how when it comes to handicapping with me. One of the differentiated things from the NBA to college basketball is the meaningless foul. At least historically. In college, you can expect that because that's just what they do in college basketball. In the NBA, up until recently, they don't do that. A team will be losing by 7 points, 6 points, 8 points, and will just lay down. Unless it's, the playoffs or something.
Yeah.
Recently, it's been going the way of college basketball. So you're seeing these NBA players just, make a meaningless foul, and a cover becomes a non-cover. So I expect it in college basketball. Now, with the meaningless 3, hey, I mean, it happens. That's what college basketball is all about. How many games have been won or lost, by the meaningless 3. So, I can't really answer that, but because both things are tied into what college basketball is all about, especially in March.
I think for me, it's the meaningless 3 because of how sudden it is. I get mad about the meaningless foul for different reasons because I'm like, seriously, what's the point? Where it's just like the guy's running up the floor, you're like, please don't shoot, please don't shoot, please don't shoot, and then he hits the 3, and you're like,
hey, but it goes both ways because when you need it,
yeah, it does.
When you need it and it doesn't happen, or regardless of whether you need it or if it goes in or not. When you need it, you're praying for it. Yeah. So on the other side, if you're on the favorite, and a 7-point game becomes a 4-point game, and the line's at 5.5.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You know
I
what I'm
think
saying? So you gotta
one
take
thing
the
you
good
have
with the
to
bad.
one thing you have to remember as well is the human brain. It will always remember the one time it went against you, and
Yeah,
forget about the 10 times it went for you. You know,
so true.
that's the way it
So
works.
true.
I can again. It's not just the spreads as well. Like I've had a few overs and unders get
Yeah,
absolutely screwed or made with a stupid foul where I'm maybe 1 point away from a push and the guy misses the first free throw and I'm begging for him to miss the second free throw, and of
yeah,
course he makes it for a push. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Yeah, to be honest, I tend to only really take over and unders right now if I do feel I have a big, decent, like maybe 5 or 6 point value there. Um, and then if it does come close, whatever happens, I guess I got the play wrong anyway. If I'm taking an over 230, I'm expected to be about 235, 236. So if it does come close to 230, I guess I was wrong anyway. So whatever happens, happens.
yeah. I'm the thing that bothers me, and I'll get off the soapbox in like 1 second, but it's like, why call intentional fouls in college anymore? Like, when they give them like it's like they call it a flagrant one, basically, when they call it an intentional foul, they're trying to foul. They make no bones about it that they're trying to foul. I only say this because, like Jack said, I remember the one time it went against me. Northwestern UCLA. Northwestern was down by like 15 in that game. They come back to cut the deficit to 3. I had 3.5, and they turn the ball over and they run back, and it was almost like a clear path foul, and it probably should have been a flagrant with how hard he came down on his arm. But I'm like, why are you calling that an intentional foul? He's trying to go for the ball. He's probably going to foul him if he can get a hold of him. I don't know. It's ridiculous. But again, like the guys have said, this is kind of what we have to factor in now, along with the foul when you're up 3 to avoid giving up the 3-point look. That's another one. But again, that's another
Did you
story.
guys talk about the Kentucky game yesterday on the live show?
Kentucky, yeah.
With 10 points with 1 minute left, and you
Oh
lose
no,
the game.
we didn't. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. But
Jeez Louise.
yeah, I think you were. I think a lot of us were just either on a side in that game. I don't think the total. I think a lot of us were leaning towards the over. At least I was. But
Well,
did that go over the number? I thought the total there was like 170 something.
I don't remember what the total was.
I'm seeing if I can pull it.
All I can think about that game is how do you lose a 10-point lead in a minute? You have 2 timeouts. Your team's under pressure. I don't know, man. It is what it is. It's March Madness after all. It's called March Madness for a reason.
That it is. But speaking of, talk about who might punch some tickets today, or at least who's going to get a chance to punch their ticket tomorrow. We got 11 Eastern. We got a couple games at 11 Eastern. We got the America East Championship, Maine and Bryant. We got an Ivy League semifinal, Princeton and Yale. And 1 Eastern, the MEAC title, South Carolina State, Norfolk State, Tennessee, Auburn. Got Wisconsin, Michigan State, Loyola, Chicago, VCU, Dartmouth, Cornell, Tulane, Memphis, Alabama, Florida, St. Joe's, George Mason, and Michigan, Maryland is where we'll stop up until 3:30 Eastern. Jack, you like any of these?
Main Bryant I looked at. Am I right in thinking it opened at like +3.5 for Maine? And now it's at like +7.5? Am I seeing that right?
I've only seen +7.5.
Are you
Yeah,
talking about previous games?
No, I'm talking about this game.
I've only seen.
It hasn't been it was never at 3.5. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no.
Okay.
Bryant was the lowest I'm seeing just across like line history across a bunch of books was 6.5 for Bryant, and then it went up to 7.5.
I mean, regardless, I like Bryant on the points, to be honest with you. I mean, Maine, they beat Vermont despite shooting under 40% from the field goal line, from the field goal percentage, and they shot 23% from 3. Still won the game. How the hell do you win the game? They play that again. Bryant are going to beat them up. So I like Bryant minus 7.5.
Do you want to know how they beat him? Vermont couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat. That's how
Yeah,
they
exactly. That game starts in like 39 minutes, right? I'm trying to do the conversion because I think you guys changed your clocks, didn't you, last week?
Yeah, we did.
What else do I like? Princeton. I like Princeton with the points actually today. Although Princeton aren't great ATS, I don't know. I just like this spot. I think they can keep this one close between them and Yale. So, yeah, I like 7.5 points with Princeton. I know some people probably disagree with that. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm a college basketball expert, but from what I'm seeing and what I'm looking at, I just like the 7.5 there.
Jovan, what do you like here?
I'll lean Bryant. It's just one of those things where Maine's been playing good as of late. I don't like what I saw out of them from yesterday, but they was playing, the other day or whenever the last game they played. The thing about it is, they faced a Vermont team who's, even though they've owned the America East in recent years, they had a down season. They weren't a good offensive team as opposed to years past, and like you said, they couldn't hit water. If they were on a boat, you know what I'm saying. So it's just one of those things where it was a war of attrition, and they won that. Now they got to face a Bryant team who they were the class of the American East, and I think this is just Bryant's for the taking. So unless Bryant, shoots under 40%, then I find it hard to believe that they don't, win this one by 10 points. So I'll roll with the favorite in that one. And in these America East Championship games, a lot of times you do see the underdog, show some bite, when it's a close one. So I'm kind of going against the grain in that respect, but I'll roll with Bryant. The MEAC championship game, Norfolk State hasn't been really playing well in the last couple weeks. Now they've made it through. They're in the championship game, but these two teams, they split the season series. These two best teams in the MEAC, and it's gonna come down to the wire once again. So it's basically pick your poison. I think for my money, I'm gonna roll with the team that's in better form, and that's South Carolina State. I think they just do some things that's gonna give the Spartans enough problems for them to punch their ticket into the big dance. Where do we go up to? You're on mute. What is it?
3:30 Eastern.
3:30?
Yeah.
Listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Roll with VCU. I know that I'm loyal to Chicago. They're playing well, but I'm not going against that train. It's real simple to me in that one.
For me here, I'm going to roll with Florida. I think I can just trust their defense a little bit more in this matchup. It's going to be a high-scoring game. I kind of lean towards the over, or it's going to be the under in that one as well, though. I think 175.5 for me is just a little bit too high. I could see something like 88, 82, something in that ballpark. But even then, that still only gets you to 170 points. And I say only because of where it is in comparison to the total. I know these are two teams that score mid to high 80s at the very least more often than not. And, I have had concerns about Alabama's defense, but I think Florida does enough here to win this one, like I said, by 6, like 88, 82. So give me Florida laying the points in that one. I'm gonna go with Brian as well. They're just a longer team. I think they don't have anyone in the starting lineup shorter than 6'4". I I just think Maine just not going to be able to break them down. Last couple times that they played at Bryant, it's important to remember that, considering that the campus sites are where these games are played for the America East. The last two times Maine's gone to Bryant, they've lost by 26 and 26. So I think Maine's in some trouble there. I'm going to take Bryant. And I'm going to lay the 5 with Auburn. I just think they're the better team. I think side by side, they out physical Tennessee in this game. Again, I know Tennessee is a solid defensive unit, but I think Auburn just does both better, on like both ends of the floor better, offense, defense. So I'll lay the 5 with Auburn in that one. We'll look at the rest of the card. We got UAB North Texas at 5:30 Eastern. We got Boise State, Colorado, the Mountain West Championship. We got Arizona, Houston, Creighton, St. John's, Miami, back-to-back MAC championships. We got the MAC with Miami, Ohio, and Akron, and then the MAC with Mount St. Mary's and Iona. Louisville, Duke, Jacksonville State, Liberty, UC Irvine, UC San Diego. That has sneaky potential to be game of the night. Alabama State, Jackson State, and Grand Canyon, Utah Valley at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. Jovan, what do you like here?
That Houston Arizona game is gonna be a war. It was a 4-point game in Arizona a few weeks ago. Look, last time we saw Houston in the championship situation, last year, didn't they get boat raced by 30 points against Iowa State? Was that game? Championship game? They were
it was like 69-41 or something like that.
Yeah. I think they remember that and they get the job done today. Kelvin Sampson, he's one of my favorite coaches. I think he's gonna, be leaning into these guys. He's a real good coach, likes to push, his players' buttons, and he'll have these guys ready. I suspect that Arizona's getting some money in this one. It was at 7, it's at 6.5 right now in certain spots. You could wait probably to get, up until game time, for a better number, but I'll be on the Cougars in that one. The St. John's line, it looks too big, but given the fact that, they've been running roughshod over everybody, can you blame the odds makers for setting this number, like this? They were down by 15 points in the first half last night. No problem. Second half, played bully ball, starting in the first half, but definitely in the second half, played bully ball. And as long as the refs ain't calling fouls, you don't want to go against them. I'm not going to touch the game personally, but if I wanted to put my money on this game, it would have to be with the Johnnies, because I think that they're going to call the game a certain way, and they're going to swallow the whistle, and that's the advantage Johnnies. So St. John's for me. I don't like to go chalk really, but I'm gonna have to keep on doing it with the Akron Zips, to zip them up. Finally punched their ticket. They've had some disappointing conference tournament times, but I think they punched their way through in this one. Miami, Ohio, they're no joke neither. But 6.5, I don't think it's enough. So I'll lay the points there. And that UC Irvine, UC San Diego game, that's going to be a hell of a game. You could have said it last night with Santa Barbara, because they are the more veteran team. This is a young UC San Diego team, and UC Irvine is the veteran group in this one. But do you really want to go against UC San Diego? I don't, but I'm gonna. So I'm just gonna take the points. This is a tough one to me. So I'm just, It's a lean at best.
You're getting the head shake of disapproval from me right now. Those are my boys. Those Tritons are my boys. The thing is, though, if you look at the difference between the two games, because they split, UC San Diego lives and dies by the 3. Like, there are teams that we talk about, like Louisville lives and dies by the 3. UC San Diego, I think Liberty does, and ironically enough, they're all playing today. But in the first meeting that UC San Diego lost, they shot 17% from 3. In the rematch, they shot 51%. Since UC San Diego's last loss to UC Riverside, it was mid-January. They've won 14 in a row. UC Irvine's allowed teams to shoot 38% from 3. So for me, I gotta stick with my boys. I can't jump off the Tritons. We all have some, those things that we're not proud of, those obsessions that we're not proud of. For me, it's UC San Diego basketball, unfortunately.
Isn't UC Irvine? They're looking for redemption after last year. They were favorites, and they lost.
Yeah, did they lose to UC Santa Barbara? No. Hold on.
I believe so, something like that. So they're in a situation where they win here. It's redemption time. So.
Oh, it's to Long Beach State. No, they lost to UC Davis. No, UC Davis was in the final last year. UC Irvine hasn't been in the championship since 2021. Yeah, UC Irvine lost to Long Beach State in the semis. This is the first year. Yeah, this is the first year that UC San Diego's been eligible too. So, what else? Let's see. I'm going to lean towards Louisville plus the 6. I know Duke is just on fire, or at least they were going into the conference tournament, but North Carolina challenged them yesterday. Louisville has a chance at some serious revenge. I like this Louisville team. As long as those threes are falling, they have, in fairness, looked fraudulent in a couple of spots where those threes weren't falling. They played a lot of closer games than they probably should have down the stretch against like Virginia Tech and Florida State. But they've covered 4 of their last 5. They looked really good against Clemson, who for me was the other tough test in the ACC. So give me Louisville. Yeah, and give me the Johnnies as well. Screw Creighton. I still stand on that hill. So yeah, screw Creighton. Give me St. John's. Jack, you like anything here?
Yeah, running a couple trends in the later games today. I like the over 135.5 in the North Texas UAB. The last 6 of 7 games between these two have gone over. I think this one's about 5 points too low for me. I would imagine it was around the 140, to be honest. High tempo basketball. And UAB's last 6 of 9 have also gone over. So I don't see a reason why to take the under here at all at 135.5. So I'll take the over there. With Arizona, Houston, I don't know. I really want to take Houston on the points, but Houston have just been so bad against the spread recently. They've been terrible against the spread recently. But they win games. If you want to boost your parlay a little, I guess the minus 330 on the money line's one of those. But can I see them winning by more than 7? I don't know. I'll take it. It's a lean. It's an absolute lean. I'll fall into the trap. Why not? What else? Duke. Give me the under in the Duke Louisville game. It's March after all. This is where the nitty gritty comes in. And even though Duke have had a few overs recently, this head-to-head matchup tends to lean towards the under. Is actually crazy in favor of the under. So I like the under 146 there. I think that's maybe 3 or 4 points too high. And then what else? Jackson State with the points. I'm happy to ride with Jackson State. They're a pretty good, solid, consistent ATS team. I think the last 20, they've beaten the spread 14 times. So with Alabama State, even though they are doing pretty good at the moment, I just prefer the -3.5 with Jackson State here. I think they are just outright the better team, and by a bit of a bigger margin than the 4 points.
Yeah, I think I'm on Jackson State too there, now that you mention it. The more I look at it. Was there anything else you guys missed? I know it's a small card, but maybe if there's something that we glossed over.
That's everything from me personally. It's actually a few more plays that I tend to give out in college hoops. So yeah,
Fair. No, that's fair. I can't argue that. Javon, is there anything else you liked?
Maryland, they're rolling right now. Coming off a 30-point blowout. Well, what was it? Was it 30 point? Yeah, 30+ point win, I believe. Regardless of what it was a blowout. But I'm gonna roll with the Wolverines. I think that rest that they got, kind of served them well. It showed against Purdue. It was a 6-point loss that they had against the Terrapins recently, earlier this month. And I just think that, this is just going to be a tighter game, one of those classic Big Ten bang them out type of games. The problem with the Wolverines is their guard play has a lot to be desired. And as a result, they have their big men, with the ball more than what they should, and they tend to turn it over more. But I think in this one, Maryland, I don't think they could take advantage of that lesser guard play, and I just think the Golden, what's the other guy's name? The other big man from Michigan.
Golden?
No, not Golden. The other one.
Danny Wolf.
Danny Wolf. Yeah. That combination. I think that combination could give Maryland problems. So I'm gonna take the points in that one because I think they could actually win this one outright in a rematch.
All right. See here. Am I the only one going with the NHL today, or Jack? You got anything? Jovan, I know you're probably gonna take 5 for this one, or do you have? There's my answer. Okay.
NHL. I have, I think, 1 play today. No, 2. I have 2. Only reason why I had the 1 because I actually was going to put it in as a premium, but I've just not had the time to write in. So, you know what? I'll just give out for free. What do I like else? I'll give that. I'll let you guys little sweat that one. Give me the spread with Vegas. That's my other play. I like the spread with Vegas. I think Vegas absolutely destroy Buffalo tonight. And again, I know I am a Golden Knights fan. I'm not gonna pretend I'm not. But at this time of the year, Vegas just turn the dial. They just find another level. And they're playing pretty good hockey recently. So yeah, give me a -1.5 with Vegas. My premium, what I wanted it to be. I like the +1.5 with San Jose. And that sounds quite crazy to a lot of people because I know San Jose haven't been great. But a lot of the trends just lean towards San Jose there. I think they can at least keep this within 1 point. Maybe they could squeeze this to OT against the Capitals, but or maybe they can just win outright. I think this one you're going to finish around the total. I think 6 is probably about right. Yeah, maybe an OT, maybe a little side play if you're looking for like some decent plus money. Maybe a draw in regulation is the play there, but this isn't Chris's soccer plays. We're not taking draws here today. +1.5 on the spread for San Jose for me. That was, well, I guess it's a freemium now.
You're gonna expose me like that.
Sorry.
Well, I do like playing.
You could have denied it. You could have just said what?
Well, the thing is, I can't. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's like I can't deny it. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm with you on Vegas. Vegas on the puck line. I just it's simple as that. The Sabres have lost 7 of 8, given up at least 4 goals in all 7 of those losses. And yeah, it's simple as that. Gonna take the Kings as well. Kings in regulation. I think the Kings are the better team. You know, Predators continue to be one of the most disappointing teams in hockey. So, yeah, give me the Los Angeles Kings. And just because everybody wants to hear me to say it, I'm going to take the Toronto Maple Leafs against Ottawa. Why not? It's what I do. The Leafs, you know, I can't imagine practice has been fun with Craig Berube the last few games. This team's struggling, but head to head, they've been getting their asses kicked by Ottawa lately. But a lot of Ottawa's wins lately have come in favorable situations, either at home or on the road against bad teams. I think they struggle here. I'm taking the Maple Leafs. But we'll move on to the NBA. We got, let's see here.
My favorite. Oh, here he comes. He's back.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, could not be here for the NBA.
You gotta be.
All right, we got the first two. We got
yeah. NHL and me don't mix unless, you know, I feel like jumping in. As long as I'm keeping a good record, a winning record in hockey, then we all good. I might throw in a hockey pick sometime this week. I don't know.
All right, we got the Celtics and the Nets and the Thunder and the Pistons. And I think it's Jack first in this one.
It's me first. You're spoiling me today, Chris.
I'm trying.
Yeah, as I said, I have 3 premiums. Oh, actually, I have 4 premiums today. One's for my long-term subs, but yeah, I guess we start off with the Nets Celtics game. Celtics obviously coming off that game last night. It was a bit awkward. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit awkward from time to time, especially up to halftime. The Heat looked like they were ready to give the Celtics a game. Luckily, my -8 with Celtics pulled through late in the 4th, because that one did come down to like the last 5 or 6 minutes. You know, Uncut Gems. You watched Uncut Gems?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Adam Sanders says NBA is all the last 2 minutes. That's what that game literally felt like. Yeah. Back-to-back. Brooklyn actually, although they're not winning games, they are actually playing better. But I like the under, to be honest, in that game. I think the Nets, they are looking better purely because the defense has improved. Nets defense at the start of this season was terrible. And even though the line is low, I think it's 216 right now if you have a good book. I still like the under, to be honest. So yeah, that's my play on that one. Pistons Thunder, got a premium. But yeah, I have no player prop for that game, unfortunately. And then what else did you say? Houston Rockets, Bulls?
Let's see, it was the first 2. So it was just Celtics, Nets, and Thunder, Pistons.
Oh, there you go then.
Siobhan,
maybe I could give a player prop down the line for that game. Give me a minute.
There you go. Siobhan, what do you like here?
I'm gonna backtrack real quick to college basketball, because we didn't touch on the Alabama-Florida game. But that's one of the more popular games of the of that slate. It's a tough game for me because I'm on Alabama, but that's despite Georgia winning the last 3 games. This is one of those situations where I see one team running roughshod over other in the last couple games, and it kind of backs me off. But Alabama, time and again this season, they've been a road/neutral site team. And when they're taking points, when you're getting points with them, they've been cashing. So just want to say something about that real quick. As for the NBA, I'm on the under in the Celtics game. Um, coming off of last night's game where they held the Heat to 91 points. I believe they could do it again. I think this is going to be a game where Jason Tatum sits. We'll see Jaylen Brown play in this one. They're not really going to take the game all that seriously, being that it's the Nets. You could probably back the Nets in this spot also. But I think the under's the way to go on this one. Low scoring game. Got a couple other guys resting that played last night. So that's where I'm going with it.
Do you like either of these first two NBA?
Oh no, I just talked about the Celtics and the Nets.
Oh, you did. My bad. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've been too busy dealing with the comment section.
I got a player. I got a player
There you
prop
go.
from the OKC
There you
game.
go.
How about that?
I'm out to lunch today.
I can give the filler. It's okay. Give me the under with SGA today. And I think it's 35 points right now. The only reason why I kind of want to lean to it is because time and time again, year after year, after watching NBA basketball, there always just seems to be the pattern where there's an absolute outrage when there's a national TV game or a big game which gets a lot of viewership, like the Thunder Celtics game, where it feels like everyone, their dog, their cat, their grandmother, just has a load of hate for SGA and the way he's drawing fouls. Don't get me wrong, it's not the prettiest basketball. But at the same time, a lot of the plays are just fouls. They are just fouls. They are just fouls. You're sticking your arm in the worst possible place. Okay, don't go for the steal on SGA when he's driving to the hoop. Like, what are you doing? You're just asking to pick up a foul. That being said, as I was saying, the NBA likes to just react to that sort of stuff. So I don't think SGA gets to the line as much today. So I actually like the under 35, which I'm getting right now on one book. Under 35 on the dot, getting a chance of a push there. So yeah, that's my player prop in that one. Let's not forget, Cade can play some good defense. And this is an ego battle. I know Cade is a player who has been, the highlight for a few years now, but now it's, instead of becoming a prospect, it's like, okay, we're waiting to see something from you at this point. I just don't think he's really progressed to the levels that people were expecting him to, me included. But he's going to battle. That's one thing I can give a lot of respect to Cade for. No matter how bad this Pistons teams look, even though they are playing good this year, Cade's always given it 100%, so I can respect him for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So for these, man, I'm gonna take Boston. I'm gonna lean towards the Celtics here. Normally, I like to fade the Celtics off of a win, at least against the spread. But the problem is that the Brooklyn Nets have just been so bad. And there's, you look at some of their recent games, they lost by 6 to Chicago, 5 to Cleveland, 3 to Charlotte, 2 to Golden State. The Golden State one was the only one where they were at home, and they they haven't necessarily played their best basketball at home. Granted, last time they were at home, they beat the Lakers. So, take the good with the bad. I just think Boston's a better team here, though. They won the last meeting in November, 139-114, and for me, the Nets have just waved the white flag. They're just counting down the days till the end of the season. They're counting how many ping pong balls they pick up. So give me Boston, OKC, Detroit. I really want to get there with the Pistons, but I don't know if I can. I don't know why. I don't know why this line is only 4.5. I know the Pistons have been really good at home, but coming off the loss to the Wizards, I don't know. I'm going to leave that Thunder Pistons game alone. That's one I'd rather watch than bet personally.
Well, I mean, you missed the best number, at 6. So
Yeah, that's true. That number's long gone. All right, we'll move on to, let me see here. My windows are all over the place. Okay, we got the Heat and the Grizzlies and the Pacers and the Bucks. Jovan, what do you like in these two?
Rockets, Bulls as well. Don't forget that one.
I was doing 2 at a time.
Oh, sorry.
trying to stretch out the content here.
Sorry. My bad. You do you, Chris.
Yeah. I mean, Miami's been a straight fade as of late. And it did look like they were turning the corner. On the other side, you got a Memphis Grizzlies team who had high expectations and took a lot of people's money yesterday, didn't they? Because that seemed to be a trendy pick yesterday, and I like the pick also. Don't get me wrong, but once you saw everyone on the same side, you kind of, well, not everybody, but a lot of people on the same side as far as that Grizzlies Cavs game last night, then you kind of knew which way it was going. With that said, I don't like the late points with these guys, not since the All-Star break. So by default, sheesh, I don't even want to say it. I'm gonna be on the Heat +8. I just think it's just one of those situations where until Memphis gets into their pre-All-Star break form, I gotta fade them in most spots, even against the bad offensive team in Miami. They still got a couple plays. They got Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, and others. If they get hot, they can keep this within the spread. As for the other game, I will back the Bucks. Just a situation where, as far as I'm concerned, the Bucks are playing some of their better basketball, even though they did lose 3 games prior to winning their last one against the Lakers. And when they play in Milwaukee, rather, it's usually a Bucks winning cover in this series. So I'll be backing them in this one.
Yeah, that Grizzlies Heat game is absolutely disgusting. What are the Grizz? Hold on, I said the number yesterday, and I just got to get back to it to find it. They've covered 1 game the Grizzlies have since February 12th.
Wow.
That would be 3, 8, 112-1 against the number. But yet, I'm backing them here. Yeah, I got to take the Grizzlies. It's disgusting, but
DNB. I just popped on to tell y'all DNB. Do not bet list. Fuck the Grizzlies. We talked about this yesterday, Chris. Don't do it. Fuck them.
I fuck them, but this is a spot where it has to happen.
How you doing, Jay? You all good, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. On the road, that's why I'm not on here today. But
yeah,
I saw people were asking, so I just want to pop on and say hey. And remind Chris that the Grizzlies are on the DNB.
They're on the DNB for you. I'm giving them one more chance.
What was the number you gave me yesterday?
Now it's 112-1 against the number.
They so fucking trash, bro. Them in Miami is what did it for me last night, bro.
But they're 6-8 straight up. With losses to Cleveland, OKC, New York, Cleveland again, at the Clippers. Understandable spots.
I ain't trying to justify for them. Fuck them, respectfully. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all boys, man. Have a good day.
Oh, man. This man makes my head hurt sometimes. I love him. He makes my head hurt. 16-9-1 against the number are Memphis against the Eastern Conference. So I'll take my chances. Jack, anything you like here?
Yeah, premium in the Bucks Pacers game, but as always, I'll give out a player prop. Give me This is going to sound like an outlandish one, but there's a method to the madness here. Give me over 0.5 blocks on Kyle Kuzma. Reason why I say that is because Naismith gets blocked 2 times a game on average. And Kyle Kuzma will be guarding him. And let's not forget, Kuzma has a pretty significant size advantage over Naismith. So even though Kuzma doesn't pick up a ton of blocks, could be a shot there. Plus 290. It's definitely viable. Definitely viable. And I'll stick a half a unit on that. You've heard it here first. With the Grizzlies Heat game, again, just do not like it. Do not have a premium in this game. Like you said, I didn't know the Grizzlies ATS were that bad, Chris. But I think one thing for me, I don't know, it feels like a very quiet 67 for 42 record for Grizzlies for me. I don't feel like they're better than the Rockets. I don't think they're better than... I mean, right now, I actually don't... I think Golden State would give them a good run for their money, to be honest. I just don't think they deserve to be third in the West. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe that ruffles a few feathers. Just not for me. I don't think the consistency's there. Yes, Jackson's been out for a little while, but he should be... I believe he should be expected to come back into this game. That being said, give me the under. Give me the under. It's Heat who play pretty good defense. Yeah, it's Heat on a back-to-back who play good defense. I don't really... Again, Memphis as well. Let's not forget Memphis on a back-to-back. So, yeah, like the under. Was it sitting at 227? It's a lean. Maybe I don't even like it. I lean to it. But I just don't like the game. I'm with you there, Chris.
All right, move on to next two. We got the Bulls and the Rockets and the Knicks and the Warriors. I'm up first here. Give me Golden State. I just, it's hard enough for me to get on board with the Knicks when they're healthy, but without Brunson, it's a big issue. Since they brought in Jimmy Butler, it has been just dominance from the Warriors, for the lack of a better term. They've been really, really good. And now they're getting, Jonathan Kuminga back in the lineup. I think this Warriors team is getting even more dangerous. Speaking of dangerous, I'm taking the Houston Rockets, who look to be back to their normal form at home, where they've been so strong over the course of the last year and a half. I know the Bulls have been on a nice little run, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5, 4 straight covers. But for me, I look at the teams that they were playing on the road. Miami, Orlando, 2 teams that are really struggling to find themselves lately. When they're playing teams with a pulse on the road, it's when they kind of get their teeth kicked in, like the Indiana Pacers beat them by 15. Houston, they just walloped Dallas last night. They're at home. They're comfortable in this home stand. I got to roll with Houston, laying the 8.5. Jack?
Yeah. Kind of with you here. Although I am a little scared by the amount of points that I'm having to give up with the Rockets. Give me the Rockets on the points. I'm getting -8.5 right now. And Rockets in Houston all season long, for the most part, just they've been solid. They've been solid. And Chicago Bulls just, even though they're on a really nice run right now, I just don't think they can walk into Houston and really get anything out of the game. So, yeah, give me the points with Houston. I think the Bulls actually have a rest advantage in that game as well, but it doesn't faze me. And maybe not. I'm trying to remember. This is the problem. When my body clock is all over the place, I struggle to remember. But, yeah, regardless, even if they did have the rest advantage, I like Rockets on the points.
Jovan, what do you like here?
I'm gonna roll with the over in the Bulls Rockets game. This series is going over in the last 7. So I'm gonna roll with that. Short and simple. 2 teams. Well, the Bulls, they love giving up points, and they've been scoring. And recently, the Rockets have righted the ship offensively. So, Fred VanVleet's back. Got that steady hand distributing the ball. I think all's going to go well. This is going to go over the 229.5. And I'm going to look at this Knicks GSW game. I'm going to roll with the first quarter. And you know what? I think that the Knicks in the first quarter, they could get it done. After the way they won that last game, I think that's going to embolden them in this one. Not speaking to the whole game because, there's always ebbs and flows in these games. Basketball's a game of runs, but I think they do come out strong in the first quarter.
I forgot my player prop as well. I do have a premium in that Knicks game. Give me Cat over 10.5 rebounds. He's averaging 11.6 in the last 10. The Warriors do tend to give up a lot of rebounds. They're ranked 29th in the NBA for rebounds allowed to the center. So, yeah, give me Cat over 10.5 in that one. I actually really like that play. I wish I did that as a premium as well, to be honest.
All right, move to the final time slot on the board. We've got the Pelicans and the Spurs, and the Wizards and the Nuggets. Jack, I think you're up first here.
Pels Spurs. Pels Spurs. I actually have no play in this game. I have no play in this game. I still need to see a bit. I need to watch more of San Antonio with Wemby being out. And of course, they haven't got De'Aaron Fox either. Is Fox out for the season or what?
Yeah, it looks like it. He's had finger surgery. Yeah,
disaster for the Spurs. But I guess you can kind of look forward to next season. I need to see more from the Spurs. I kind of think, if you're Chris Paul, you're kind of mentally already checked out of this season, aren't you? Anyway, we need to. I'm not a crazy Chris Paul fan. I'm just an NBA fan. I think if you're a fan of the NBA, you want to see Chris Paul get a ring. He has been good enough he has been a good enough point guard to win a ring. If he retires without a chip, honestly, one of the biggest fumbles in sports history for me. Up there, if Harry, again, sorry for those of you guys who don't like soccer, but if Harry Kane does not win a single major trophy in his career, that would be the biggest fumble in sports history. But Chris Paul not winning a chip could be another one if you think about those rosters and those teams that he's played on. But yeah, in that game, I hate it. So I'm sorry, guys. Nothing from me. Not even a player prop. I just hate it. Did you say Nuggets as well?
Yeah, the last game.
Yeah. Premium that one. Give me over 12.5 rebounds on Nikola Jokic, the Joker. Again, another really good spot where the Wizards, they give up a ton of rebounds to the center. The worst in the NBA for rebounds allowed to the center position. And we're talking about Nikola Jokic here. He's averaged 14.2 rebounds in the last 10. And we're getting over 12.5 rebounds in this game against a team where the Wizards are just going to give up a load of rebounds. The only way this doesn't go over is if the Nuggets blow them out by the third quarter. That's the only way.
Jovan, what do you like for these two?
Yeah, Chris Paul. I'm just gonna say something that speak to what Jack was saying. Chris Paul, he's just gonna be in another line of guys who hasn't won the championship in the pantheon of the NBA. It's not anything special in my opinion. Karl Malone didn't win one. Charles Barkley didn't win one. Better players than him. Elgin Baylor, didn't win one. You could go up and down the list. It is what it is. He had a couple chances. things didn't pan out for him. So I wouldn't say it's one of the biggest upsets in NBA history. But he's just on the downside of his career. He has been for quite some time, and he's just playing out the string, just getting the paycheck. But yeah, I had to be on the Pelicans. I mean, the Spurs are folded up 10. It is what it is. So, there's only one way to go with that, and it's telling that the Pelicans are a road favorite. So nothing more, nothing less with that one. And I don't want to base anything off of last night's Nuggets performance, but they can't stop a nosebleed. So I'm not gonna waste my time laying this amount of points in this spot. It'll be Wizards a pass and over.
Do you think at any point, though, the Pelicans just decide that health is more important and just start shutting guys down? They probably should. Realistically.
But you look at the state of the Spurs, without their two top guys, and what are they, 1-4 in their last 5?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think the Pelicans are the side. I'm just saying, at what point do we think that the Pelicans should shut it down and just worry about keeping guys healthy? Because
when you say keeping guys healthy, you mean Zion, so they could trade his ass.
Mostly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's an organizational situation right there. Let Zion get fat or keep him out on the court. Because if he's off the court, he's not going to be conditioned, and he's going to gain about 30 to 50 pounds.
Let's face it, the dude got a cinnamon bun tattooed on his stomach. I know it's a Dragon Ball Z thing, but he got a cinnamon bun tattooed on his stomach.
Where did the San Jose Sharks take?
Basically.
Are you serious?
Have you not seen the tattoo?
Nah, I've never seen it.
It's from Dragon Ball Z. It's just like this spiral, and I'm just like, dude, that looks like a cinnamon bun.
Takes us to the SAP Center. Where are the San Jose?
I'm serious. Hold on. You keep talking. I'm going to find a picture of it. I'm going to put it on the screen.
Wow. Hey, listen, you learn something new every day. But for me, if I was running an organization, I would keep him in there, knowing his history with his weight issues. I would keep him in there, but not, put him on a minute restriction if they're worried about him injuring himself, so they could trade him in the offseason. That would be my course of action. Because they're gonna desperately want to get rid of him, in the offseason. So
sorry, I misspoke. It's from Naruto. Sorry.
It's some kind of anime, I guess. I'm with Javon on this one though. Like, he's playing 28 minutes right now this season, roughly.
He's not playing second out of back-to-backs, right?
Yeah,
that's still a thing. So
all right, hold on.
Yeah, you probably yeah, it's horrendous, man. That is horrendous.
It's
Look
a cinnamon.
at the state of that.
I know it's not a thing. It looks like a damn cinnamon bun. And given Zion's history, probably not the best tattoo to get. But then again, the game after he got that tattoo was when he had his triple double. So maybe who am I to judge?
It gave
him. He just got that.
He got that, and the next night was when he got his triple double.
You probably give him 23 minutes now.
Gave him some super strength or some shit.
Yeah, they got too. These NBA players got too much time on their hands, man.
Yeah, a little bit. But
sheesh.
Can't be as bad as Drake's tattoos though. My God, you seen that guy's tattoos? Wow.
No, I've seen some pretty bad ones.
They're horrendous. They're like he's drawn them with his left hand.
No, trust me. I'm not going to elaborate how I've seen them, but I've seen some pretty bad ones.
I don't know. What do you do if you're Zion? What do you do with the Pels and Zion? Like, you just cash in for him next season, or what? I don't know.
I mean, what's his contract?
I don't even know.
Okay, hold on. Zion Williamson's contract was 5 years, $197 million, and that was signed last year. So he's got 3 more years for a contract with an annual cap hit next year starting at $39.4 million and only going up.
Yeah. Eesh.
I mean, you put him in the right situation, he's gonna be a
he's-
game changer. So
Yeah.
I don't know. You just have to find him, put him in the right situation. I would say he might look good in Portland, but I don't know what the Portland Trailblazers, what they want to do, if they want to try to get better or anything like that. You know, they do have some pieces. I do like some of the things they've done on the defensive end of the court. You know, getting Donovan Clingan. You know, they got some bad contracts up there as well, but you know, think a team like that could use them.
Yeah, let's see if
And
actually,
it's out the way from, you know, certain vices that he might have. Well, maybe not.
They've got him playing like small forward now, right? Pels?
yeah, pretty much, or at least in like
It's a weird one. Like
almost like a flex role. Like it's
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's positionless basketball, so you know, it's not like back in the days where, you know, you're defined, you know, by your position. So
Yeah.
can't believe I just said
it's all about spacing, you know, spacing and all that more than anything else. And he's a guy that gets to the lane whenever he wants, you know. So injuries and weight issues are his problem, and conditioning, but that falls into the, you know, the weight issues that he has.
I'm disgusted with myself that I actually just said the word Zion and flex in the same sentence. Like it's horrible, deplorable even.
I think with age though, the whole weight issue and stuff will eventually just go away. I hope for him. I'm not by any means a Zion fan, but I think as he does get a little bit older and matures a bit more, you know, let's not forget these 21, 22-year-olds in the NBA in 2025 are not the same as they were in 2005.
No.
You know, the world is a very different place. Whether you like it or not, it is. That's the fact. So
I think the Blazers are like the Pistons. I see the comments of people saying, "Who do you trade Zion for?" I don't think you try to acquire Zion if you're the Blazers. I think you go and address it in free agency like the Pistons did.
yeah,
Pistons needed scoring depth. What did they do? They signed some guys. Cade Cunningham took the next step in his career, and you built from within. You built through the draft and stuff like that. Portland has pieces. Denny Avdia is becoming a beast. Donovan Clingan is a nice big man that can, you know, if he with some development, can be a nice big for years to come. Simons is solid. Who else am I missing?
Not only that, I just don't think the Pels trade Zion in anywhere near a losing position. Any trade for the Pels, if they are to trade Zion at any stage, they are winning by a good margin of that trade. So it's not worth it for any other teams.
Yeah, Scoot, Sharp. Yeah, see, it's a good young core. It's exactly what the Pistons had. The Pistons had a good young core. They just needed a couple of extra pieces to fill the gaps. And now look at them. They've surpassed their win total of the last 2 years combined with 20 games to go.
No, I think the issue with the Portland Trailblazers is that they have too many guys that basically kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
So you know, they're in a situation. It's a bottleneck situation where, you know, they got to get rid of some talent, and the talent doesn't fit. So, you know, you got guys that can get some buckets every now and then, but you know, you also have guys that, you know, you got, what is it? Sharp, Kamara, Simons rather. You know, these are the same type of players. You know what I'm saying? So someone's got to go. You know what I mean? Listen, I think Zion would fit perfectly there. But you know, then you got a lot of you know, logistical issues with how that trade will go. I don't know if they're looking at him or not. I'm just talking.
I'm just reading the contract details for Zion. 20% of his salary next year becomes guaranteed if he passes all 6 of his weigh-in checkpoints during this season.
Wow.
And there's further protections that his weight must be less than 295 pounds, body fat monitored. What?
That's crazy. It's crazy that you even have to put that in a contract. To be honest, like we're
God.
talking professional athletes here.
I mean, thank God Pick Dogs never put that in my contract. Anyways.
No way.
Oh,
No
shit.
way you just said that.
Whew, that's a relief. All right. Well, on that note, Jack, what do you have for sale today over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, got my 3-pack NBA, my 3-point splasher pack. It's been running, and we've been running really hot with it recently. So yeah, if it's something that interests you, then go and check it out. 3 plays. If you jump on long term, you'll get a 4th NBA play from me today. Went 3-0 yesterday. We're about plus 1,400 in the NBA for the last 30 days. So, like I said, we're riding hot, guys. Got a few soccer plays up as well today. Those are starting literally round about now. So you may have only a few minutes to get on those. But yeah, looking to just make it another money-making Saturday. We'll have more again Sunday. I love the slate tomorrow as well. So yeah, go and check those out, guys. And of course, there's always the option there to bundle your packages, bundle your cappers to get yourself a decent discount rather than just buying us all individually.
Absolutely. Check out what Jack's got at Pick Dogs Premium. Jovan, what do you got for sale today?
Yeah, I got a couple different 3-packs. Starting with the early afternoon time slot. That'd be the 1 to 2 o'clock time slot. Got another one, a late afternoon time slot. Then another one in the nighttime. Well, actually, I don't. I have individual championship game packages. You could check that out at Pick Dogs. I will have maybe 1 or 2 NBA plays up. Another winner last night in the NBA. Looking to keep that going. You know, if I'm not on top of the leaderboard in the NBA, I'm number 2. I don't know what the numbers are at this point. But, you know, yeah, jump on something long term because you're going to get a lot of action out of me.
Absolutely. Check out Jovan over at Pick Dogs Premium. We usually go volume on these Saturday cards. For me, same thing. Going volume today. Got a fair number of college hoops plays on the board. It was all college hoops yesterday. Went 9-5, so came out with about 3.5 units of profit. Just gonna try to keep building on that today. I got my $15 play of the day. Got a 5-pack for the early action that's gone off the board, but still you can hop on that $15 play. And I'm gonna have a 3-pack for the evening action as well, the later action. Best way to jump on is still you can still get something long term. I might put out another 5-pack with a hockey play and 4 college plays. We'll see. But check it out over at Pick Dogs Premium. Some NBA plays will be on the board tonight as well. But best thing you can do is go long term, and you can also pair all of us up as part of that multi-cap promotion. Use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase, whatever you do. But we're here to put out some winners, and that's now what we're going to do with the parlay segment. Jack, you got a parlay?
I do. It's literally all 3 of the player props that I gave out. It's the trifecta. For decent, I'm getting plus 606 on this. Shea under 35.5. Jokic over 12.5 rebounds. Sorry, that's the points. I think it's quite obvious, but SGA under 35.5 points. Jokic over 12.5 rebounds. And Cat over 11.5 rebounds in that game against the Warriors. Like I said, pays plus 606. Fantastic value there. And I don't know. Do you guys in the US do like Trixies and stuff? Is that a thing?
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
But basically a round robin.
Yeah.
For anyone.
I know it's like in the UK, for example, we use the term accumulator rather than parlay. You know, it's just vocab differences. But yeah, a Trixie basically is like each pick in a double with each other, and then of course you got your three-way parlay too. So
for anyone who's trying to piece that together, it's a 3-leg round robin.
There you go. Thank you, Chris. my translator. I love that.
There you go. No, the only reason I say that is I got a thing at Sportsbook app, and it does Trixie. It does like there's another one. It does like I think if I have like a 6-leg, it's like Heinz 57 or something like that, like a Heinz.
Yeah, we use Heinz too, yeah.
Yeah.
And a Lucky 15.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Okay. I know where my app is based out of. Jovan, what do you like for parlay today?
Well, I'll throw 3 out there. This is a 3-teamer, and it's chalky. Houston Cougars, Akron Zips, and St. John's Red Storm. This one's a 2-teamer. UC Irvine and South Carolina State. Then the NBA one, Miami Heat and Milwaukee Bucks.
For me, let's go with St. John's. Let's go with Louisville. Let's go with Jackson State. And is there another one here that I like? I'll stick with those 3. St. John's, Louisville, Jackson State. All right. Anything else from you guys?
That's it. Let's just have a really good day, folks.
Yeah, we'll act more professional tomorrow. And y'all guys in the chat, man, be easy.
Yeah. People gotta remember. I got a trigger finger. It's quick. You get out of line and get you out of here. No, I'm kidding. Usually we have a pretty good group today. The trolls were just out in full force, but appreciate each and every one of you that joined us. Had a solid card of action. Tomorrow's going to be a small card. I think 5 college hoops games, just the conference championships. We're going to have selection Sunday. We might talk to the guys, see. Maybe we do a reaction show to the bracket. Who knows? But either way, we'll see. Still got some NBA. There'll be some NHL. We'll talk about the Saturday that was. We'll see who shows up tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys, Jack, Jovan, for joining me, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. And Ray, just to answer that question, no, the picks don't have to all hit in the round robin. But if you hit 2 out of 3, you win something. And if you hit all 3, then you just won 4 parlays.
Just won big money.
Yeah, you just won 4 parlays. So, all right. Again, appreciate each and every one of you for joining me and us. We'll see you guys tomorrow.